Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Alfred from Productive Code Academy. Welcome to a new video, and in this video is going to be our very first video in JavaScript course. In this course, we're going to cover so many topics. We're going to start with the JavaScript Fundamentals, and we're going to move forward more advanced topics that will include Ajax, Fetch, how we can use the JavaScript in the browser. Also, we're going to cover new edge technologies like Babel and Webpack later in this course. And it's not going to be only theoretical course. We're going to get engaged in many projects. To start, I'm going to create a folder here in my desktop. I'm going to call it JavaScript course 2020. I'm going to open it with Visual Studio Code. This is going to be the IDE that I'm going to use along in this course. You can go ahead and go download it, or you can use your own IDE, for example, like Brackets or Sublime. I prefer Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to close the welcome screen. I'm going to create the markup file. I'm going to call it index.html. And I'm going to generate a boilerplate for this markup using the exclamation mark and press tab. And that will give me a boilerplate here for like a very basic markup that I can work with. I'm going to change the title here. I'm going to call it JavaScript course. And inside the body, I'm going to add an h1 tag. Also, I'm going to say JavaScript course. And I'm going to open this with a live server. To install the live server extension, you can click in this icon over here for extension and search for it, live server. And once you click on it, you can install it. I already installed it, so I can enable it or disable it. So I'm going to get back to the markup file. Once you install the live server extension, you can right click in the document over here and open it with the live server. So I'm going to open it with a live server, and that's going to show this markup in the browser. And here I'm going to have my markup over here. To start, I'm going to open and put some command on the console. And to get to the console, you need to get to the developer tools in Chrome. And you can access the developer tools by pressing F12 in your keyboard, or you can right click on Inspect, and that's going to take you to the developer tool here. And I'm going to click on the console tab. Now we can enter any JavaScript expression here, this console. First, I want to show you that we have the window object. And window object in JavaScript, that's including the BOM and the DOM. And the BOM means the browser object model. And for a browser object model, that's include the browser itself, like the size of the browser, any information about that browser. If you want to control it or access it, you can use the browser object model. However, what you see inside the browser, it's called a document or an HTML document. So whatever I see here, this H1 here, this is inside the document. This is called the DOM, which is document object model. So if I type window, which is the window object, and I press enter, and that's gonna show me all the window object functions and properties that I can use. For example, here I have alert function, and you have focus, fetch, all the information that's inside the window object. As I said, the window object is the most general object that everything is included underneath it. Either it have to be related to the document, or it have to be related with the browser itself. So now if you want to access the document object, you can go through the window dot document and press enter. And as you can see, it's already highlighting the document for me. And that's going to give me a reference to this document. And if I click on it, I will see the markup of this document here. This is the body. So I'm going to have the HTML tag, the head, the body, and everything that's structuring this document. It's inside the document object. And since the window have everything included in it, I don't have to put window.document. It's already known that everything included inside the window. So I can just put document and press enter, and that will give me the same results. But I just wanted to show you that the document is part of the window object. As we saw before, window have also the alert function. So you can access the alert function by using window.alert. So I can pass any string over here, hello world, and if I press enter, as you can see, I'm going to have this pop-up message saying hello world. So this is how you can alert the user using the alert function. And as I mentioned before, the window is the most universal or global object, so you can not include it when you call a function like this. So I can use alert right away and then press hello world. And that's going to give me the same result over here. That's all good, but as you can see, we keep entering line by line here inside the console. How can I add this JavaScript inside my HTML file here? In order to do that, you need to open your HTML file here, and inside the body, and before you close the body tag, you want to include a script tag. And actually, to be technically correct, this script tag you can add it anywhere. You also can add it in the head here, and it will run. However, this is the best place and the most efficient place to add it after you run all your HTML markup. Just in case the user browser is not supporting JavaScript, you want to show all the markup first, and after you show all the markups, you want to run the JavaScript here or any statements that you have inside the JavaScript. So I'm going to use the alert here, and I'm going to put hello world. If I save this and open here, as you can see, it's run right away. So it's running. I don't have to enter line by line here. You can do it this way, either adding the script lines or JavaScript statements here inside the markup, but this is not recommended. This is fine for 1 line, 2 line, 3 lines, but as your JavaScript code get bigger and bigger, you want to put it in a separate file. And if you want to put it in a separate file, you have to create a JavaScript file for it here externally. So you can create something like main.js. This is going to be the JavaScript file that we're going to run. And I'm going to take this statement from here, copy it, or actually take it out, and paste it here. And now all I need to do is reference this file. To reference this file, I need to just put the source attribute and the name of the file, which is going to be main.js. If I save this, as you can see, it's still working. Not a big deal. But this way have an advantage. So it's not only separating the JavaScript code from the markup, it also gives the ability to cache any JavaScript files to your browser. And the next time the user is going to run it, it's going to run much faster because it's going to be cached inside the memory. Also notice that we put the name of the file right away because the file is in the same directory as the HTML or the markup file. If you have different folder structure, so for example, if I create a folder here, I'm going to call it JS. I'm going to put all my JavaScript files in that folder, which is right now just one file. Move it here, and you save it. If I try to run it, as you can see, I'm having an error. And if you read the error, it's going to say get this file, which is my URL here, /main.js. It cannot see this file. And it gives you the code 404. And 404, that's mean not found. So it cannot find this file. And the reason, because the folder structure here, I'm hiding this file inside this folder. I need to tell my markup here where to find this file. So now the source change, it's now inside the JS /main.js. So now I put the full path where to find this file. If I save it, and now it will work again. That's it for this video. I just wanted to show you how you can include the JavaScript file in your markup file. In the next video, we're going to go in detail in the console object, which provide an access to the browser debugging console. And we're going to go over all type of functions that come with that object. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.